10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's Fluent Top Tens.
Yes. It is Fluent Top Tens. This week, coming to you live from sunny California, we have an AI-driven show this week. AI. Everybody's talking about AI and how it can do so many things. So what I did was I took my computer knowledge, my incredible computer knowledge, I put it into AI, and I found out what AI thinks are the top 10 greatest WWE wrestlers of all time. Who are the top 10 best soccer players of all time? Who are the best NHL, MLB, NFL, and NBA players? So for the next hour, if you will, we're going to go through all 5 or 6 of those top 10 lists. I want to hear from you if you agree, disagree, because there are some surprises. And remember, this isn't me. I'll give you my opinion, but this is what AI says are the top 10 in each. For those that are asking, I'm in LA, baby. I'm in LA. Fluent and Chill on Thursday. I'll be in San Francisco. We travel in the world. You know how PC do. So let's kick it off. And yes, I know the Lakers are on right now. I get it. The timing sucks for this game, but don't worry. I got the Laker game. You know what? I got to get the... Hold on. Don't go nowhere. It only makes sense that we have the Laker game on right here. So if you see me look up and go, damn, it's because the Lakers are doing something crazy. So let's kick it off with the top 10. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. I have a TV literally right on top of the camera here. So what I want to do is let's start with the top 10 WWE wrestlers according to AI. So here we go. Coming in at number 10. Ooh, yeah, it's the it's actually my favorite wrestler growing up as a kid, Randy Macho Man Savage. Ooh, yeah, Randy Macho Man Savage. If you remember Randy Savage, of course, with Miss Elizabeth, had the feud and then the friendship and then the feud again with Hulk Hogan in the WWF days, I should say. Us old guys still call it WWF sometimes. Number nine. I don't have my soundboard, obviously, as you can tell. But if I did have my soundboard, you know, one of my favorite sounds on the soundboard, woo! The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Coming in at number 9, which I think is I think Ric Flair should be higher on the top 10 list for what he has done for wrestling. I think he's been heavyweight champion about 87,000 times. You would think by now he would have made higher than 9, but woo! The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, coming in at number 9. At number 8, I think a lot of these guys are lower than they should be. Coming in at number 8, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, Bret. He didn't screw himself. Vince McMahon screwed him. Bret the Hitman Hart. Coming in at number 8, the Montreal Screwjob, the king of the sharpshooter, the excellence of execution, coming in at number 8. Number 7, it's time to play the game. That song by Motorhead, by the way, in case you were wondering who did the theme for Triple H / Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H, coming in at number 7. Number 6, this is way too low for this guy. If someone was top 5, this guy is top 5. The fact that he is not the showstopper, the main event, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels at number 6. All right, I don't know that I agree with AI on this one, but they're coming in with Shawn Michaels at number 6. Number 5. So this one's tough because I'm of the older generation that remembers those guys that I just mentioned. And to put this guy ahead of him is weird for me. But yeah. It's the master of thugonomics. The master of thugonomics, John Cena. I was in a photo with him once. When I looked at the photo after, it was just me. John Cena coming in at number 5. That's my dad joke of the day. I'm traveling. My kids aren't around, so I need to make some dad jokes for you guys. All right, John Cena coming in at number 5. Number 4. I'm not going to do it. Maybe I still can just do it. Rest in peace. The Undertaker. The Undertaker used to scare little kids with what he was doing. Him and someone who's definitely not on this list, Papa Shango. You guys, I don't know if you remember, he ended up becoming like, I don't know, the pimp father, the godfather or something eventually. But the Undertaker coming in at number 4. You know what he's done. Let me just say this. I would love to hear from you guys in the chat. Should they have ever actually killed his streak? I feel like they should have just left the Undertaker to be undefeated in WrestleMania. I don't like that I know they had to put people over, and they got to do that stuff. That's part of what wrestling does. But I feel like that was just something they didn't have to do. All right. Number three. I used to hate this guy as a kid. Not even gonna lie, because now his when he flipped and became a heel, that I definitely liked. But eat your prayers, say your vitamins, eat your prayers and say your vitamins. Yeah, I know I got it wrong. What you gonna do, brother, when the 24-inch pythons come running wild on you? Hulk Hogan. Coming in at number 3. I feel like that's a surprise too. Like you would think if you like Hogan, he's 1. If you hate Hogan, he's like 10 or not in the list at all. Number 2, I think you know who it is. For my failed attempt at giving you the people's eyebrow, the people's champion, the jabroni beaten, eyebrow raising, smackdown given, The Rock. Rocky Maivia / The Rock / Dwayne Johnson / all his other damn names, you Rudy Poo, candy ass. If you smell, but The Rock is cooking. Coming in at number 2. So let's recap. Let's pause for a second, and I'm going to recap the top 10. This is the top 10. We're doing AI selected top 10 wrestlers, soccer players, NHL, NFL, NBA, MLB, and we're going through all the top 10 lists. The first one is the WWE. Here's what it looks like. It was number 10, Randy Savage. Number 9, Ric Flair. Number 8, Bret the Hitman Hart. Number 7, Triple H. Number 6, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Number 5, John Cena. Number 4, The Undertaker. Number 3, Hulk Hogan. Number 2, The Rock. And at number 1, the Rattlesnake, the beer drinking from Austin, Texas, or no, somewhere else, Texas, because his last name's Steve. Steve Stone Cold Austin coming in at number 1. No Randy Orton is crazy in my books, but that's the top 10 according to AI. Tell me what you think. I'm going to tell you right now, I've obviously looked at all these lists. You are going to be shocked with some of these, but it is completely AI driven. So here we go. We're going to jump right into the next top 10 list. The next top 10 list is football. Football. Now, not NFL. Keep in mind when I say football, we're talking the guys that kick it with their feet. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to know some of these people. So maybe you can tell me who some of these people are. Because coming in at number 10, I don't think I've ever even heard this name before in my life. George Best. Yes, football, soccer. George Best coming in at number 10. This is according to AI. Keep that in mind. I'm not going to lie. You're seeing me looking up. It's because I need this Laker game. And it's driving me nuts. There we go. I think I found it. There we go. Thank goodness. All right. So, and I think my Lakers are still getting smoked 80-69 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. But anyways, let's keep going. So George Best coming in at number 10. You guys seem to know who he was, but that's according to AI, who's coming in at number 10. Number 9, Alfredo Di Stefano. I say his name, amazing. I have no idea who that is. That's coming in at number 9. Number 8, Michael Plantini. Hey, forget about it. He's number 8. Number 7. I love doing this list because I know almost nothing about soccer, but I'm telling you right now, there's 2 guys that you guys debate over who's the GOAT, and you are going to be surprised by what AI thinks of them. Number 7, Zidane. Zidane. You know who that is. I don't know who that is. Coming in at number 6. Listen, whoever is here, go ping the guys that do footy. Tell them to come in. I'll put the link. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the link in here anyways, because I'm in one of those moods today that I don't know if I'm going to let you in or not, but I'm putting the link in there anyways. Just see what happens. We'll see what happens. Number 6, Franz Beckenbauer. Coming in at number 6. So if you're from PC Footy, you want to come on and tell me who the hell these people are, you can absolutely do it. Adrian popped in right away. Adrian, do you know who these people are?
Absolutely.
Tell me who. Can I keep going through the list?
So George Best.
Yes.
He is a player who used to play for Manchester United. Do you know who Manchester United are?
I do know who Manchester United is. I know that.
This is the thing. When I speak to Americans about football, they don't even know who clubs are. So it's like
I'm
trying to get an idea.
Clubs, but I lived a few years in Europe, so I got some of the clubs. Yeah.
Yeah. So Di Stefano. What I'm going to try and do with this list is I'll try and use NBA or American terms to try and translate it over.
Okay.
So do was basically the first person.
Because I did 10 through 6. Can you do that for the top 5?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
now the thing is, 4 of the 5 I actually know, but still it's okay.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, no. Since I know 4 of the top 5, actually, sorry, do it. So George Best, who would be the NBA equivalent?
George Best. That's a tough one. He would be who? He's based Larry Bird. I'm gonna say Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. Okay. Alfredo Di Stefano.
That's very tough because I didn't watch Di Stefano enough he's like a very old player. He played for Real Madrid. He was the first guy to 3-peat the Champions League. Basically.
I'm gonna say all these guys' names wrong. I know, so don't feel bad. Correct me. Michael Plantini.
Platini, again, historic, iconic figure. I don't know enough to fully tell you, but he was like he again has won a lot of trophies. So that's the kind of theme I'm seeing a lot here.
Okay, Zidane?
Zinedine Zidane. Real Madrid.
Zidane.
Yeah,
okay.
Real Madrid midfielder, arguably one of the greatest midfielders to ever play the game. Won a World Cup for France, carried them throughout the tournaments. Iconic football player.
Okay, and midfield. So I would say that's like a two-way player. So that's like a LeBron type. So that's where LeBron
kind of, but he played.
He belongs at number 7. I love it.
The problem is that when he was what we call a number 10. A number 10 is like a creative midfielder. So he was massive, but he didn't necessarily play. What would I say? He's like Jokic. Very creative.
Yeah,
that kind of player.
Okay. And then Franz Beckenbauer, number 6.
Iconic player again. Iconic player. Won a lot.
They're giving us a lot of black and white players.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a certain era which they're targeting.
I think I'm going to say this guy's name right, but I don't know. Number 5, Johan
Cruyff.
Cruyff.
Yes. I don't agree with that one. That's quite high for me.
Like he shouldn't even be in the top 10?
No, I can understand why he's being in the top 10, but he's more of a player whose impact on football happened after his playing career than during his playing career.
Oh, okay. Hey, it's AI. You can't blame me. So let's get into time limit.
Sure.
So I got to jump into the top four. Number four. This one, when I first did this, I couldn't believe it. Number four, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay.
Number four. Is that?
I need to hear the others
higher,
before
right?
I have my opinions on that.
Okay, he should be higher though, right? Let's be honest.
It depends on how you rank them. That's the problem.
Okay.
So that's what I need to see.
Okay, so number three, Messi.
Okay, now that's crazy.
Number
That's
three
crazy.
is Messi. AI. I told you these lists are AI. I told you these were gonna be crazy. Number two, the cheater, the hand of God, cheater.
Maradona.
Diego Maradona. See, I told you I know a little bit about these guys. Maradona coming in at number two. That's too high, right? 2 is too high.
For Maradona, some people. Here's the thing: depending on what generation you speak on, they still view Maradona and Pele as the GOATs. So it depends on how they're doing the list, right?
Well, you know what? You just spoiled the surprise because coming in at number one, the only soccer player I ever knew growing up was Maradona and Pele. So Pele, the 5'0" Muggsy Bogues of soccer, just kidding. Pele coming in at number one. So you think a lot of people aren't going to be crazed that he's number one?
No, people are going to be crazy, especially in the comments, right?
Yeah.
But if you speak to a certain generation, that was the GOATs, right? Pele and Maradona were the OG GOATs for a lot of people.
Is that like my granddad saying like Kareem or Wilt are the GOATs? Or no,
kind of.
Eddie Oldhead, my alter ego, Eddie Oldhead. He says George Mikan. Now that's basketball.
Yeah, but I think even the older generation accept Messi as the GOAT just because he can basically do everything on the court, on the pitch, as we like to say. I'd say the common theme I'm seeing with the list, maybe it's something that carries on with the other list, is amount of trophies won.
Okay.
And
So
total output.
Yeah. Okay.
Total output was key.
All right. So let me recap the 10, and then I'm going to let you go because we're going to move to hockey. I don't know how much hockey NHL. Right. But number 10, George Best. Number 9, Alfredo Di Stefano. Number 8, I'm going to butcher all these names. Number 8, Michael Platini. Number 7, Zidane. Close?
Zinedine Zidane.
Zinedine Zidane. Number 6, Franz Beckenbauer. Number 5, Johan. You say the last name. Cruyff. Number 4, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 3, is it Lionel or Lionel? Lionel.
The way I've heard it pronounced in like Spanish way, so Lionel. I've heard Lionel.
Messi. I know his last name. Messi.
Yeah.
Number 2, Diego Maradona. And number 1, hey, if you only have one name, you know you're great. Number 1 is Pele. Adrian, appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Jump back on anytime. I'm just going to put you in the backstage, and I'm going to go and do NHL.
Sure, man.
Anybody who knows NHL, feel free to jump in. I do know some NHL. I am Canadian. So here we go with the NHL list. Coming in at number 10 already, number 10 is incorrect. I'm sorry. This guy is not a top 10 NHL player of all time. He might be a top 10 leader of all time. He might be top 10 other things, but he is not a top 10 NHL player, but whatever. Mark Messier coming in at number 10. I disagree with it right off the bat. Yes, NHL. We're doing top 10 lists generated by AI. We're doing WWE, soccer/football, NHL, MLB, NFL, NBA. Those are the 6 top 10 lists that we're doing. So number 9, great defenseman for the Boston Bruins. Also great set of eyebrows. They're about this thick. Go check them out. Ray Bourque coming in at number 9. And I'm not going to skip the NHL because you know who cares? The Canadians care, and a lot of Canadians watch this show, even though I'm in LA. Okay, here we go. I just like doing LA. Number 8, Bobby Hull. Bobby Hull coming in at number 8. Number 7, They put some youngsters on this list. Number 7, greatest NHL player of all time, Sid the Kid, Sidney Crosby. If it wasn't for injuries, Sidney Crosby would probably be top 3 easy. Number 6, Jean Beliveau. Number 6. The ones that I don't know anything about, I'm skipping. Number 5, Maurice Rocket Richard, the great Montreal Canadien. Number 4, I think he played in 4 different decades. Gordie Howe coming in at number 4. I really think he did. Go look that up too. I think he played until he was like 137. Number 3, here's another one. Like I said about Sidney Crosby, here's another one that number 3, if it wasn't for injuries, people say he was the greatest hockey player ever, but because of injuries, it kind of slowed him down. Number 3, Mario Lemieux, the great Pittsburgh Penguin player, Mario Lemieux. Number 2, and if you ask my dad, this guy's number 1, and just like will beat you up if you argue with him. But number 2, another Boston Bruin great, Bobby Orr coming in at number 2. If you watch any kind of hockey, Bobby Orr has this really iconic where he scores a goal as he's diving across the net. He's like fully like just parallel with the ice. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Number one. Now, I think you all know who number 1 is, right? I think you all know. And if you love hockey, I sent the link. I'll put it again. If you love hockey, jump in and share your thoughts quickly. But let me tell you, I just want to go through. I don't care what sport you play. I'm just going to give you some information on this player. You know who it is. But I'm going to give you some information and just think about the equivalent of if anybody else did this in another sport. We know it's Wayne Gretzky. I'm not going to hold it back because you'd be crazy not to know. Sorry, and I will answer. I'm answering your questions too. So Amnesia, my favorite NHL player of all time is Rick Tocchet. I grew up in a house that was Philadelphia Flyers fans, and I loved Rick Tocchet. All right. Number 1, Wayne Gretzky. So check this out. Wayne Gretzky, scoring titles. He won a scoring title by 70 points or more 6 times. 6 times. 70 points or more. That's the equivalent, just so you know. Like the average scoring title, I want to say is like 120 points-ish. Right, it could be 100, it could be 150, but about 100, call it 100 points. So he won a scoring title 6 times by 70 points or more. So let me put that into what I know, right? NBA. So the equivalent of NBA would be like, imagine Michael Jordan winning a scoring title, averaging 40 points per game for the season, and the next closest is like 23. That's what he did 6 times, by the way. Insane. Scoring titles by 6. If he had, that's my chair squeaking, so you know it's a leather chair and I'm fat. And so when I move, it squeaks. So don't think I'm doing anything nasty. Here's it. If he scored 0 goals, he would still have won 11. He still had, with 0 goals, he had 11 straight 100-point seasons and would have won 4 scoring titles. So if you take away, yes, I already did football. I'll recap them all at the end. If you take away all his goals and just counted his assists, he would have had 11 straight 100-point seasons and 4 scoring titles. 8 straight. He won 8 straight MVPs. Wayne Gretzky, the number 1 NHL player of all time, won 8 straight MVPs. In any other sport, the most, and I'm basketball, football, the most in any other sport is 4. He did it 8 times. Wayne Gretzky might be the greatest, when we talk about accolades, greatest accolade athlete in the history of sports. And there's more. If you take away half his points, so all of his career points, and you cut them in half, he would still be 17th on the all-time scoring list. He would still be 17th on the all-time scoring list. 5 players have scored 150 points or more in a season. 5 players. Wayne Gretzky did it 9 times. 9 times. 200-point seasons. Only 1 player in NHL history has ever had 200 points. and it was Wayne Gretzky who did it 4 times. 4 times. What else? I think there's more. Assists. If you just count his assists. Oh, sorry. He was the assist leader in the NHL. Excuse me. He was the assist leader in the NHL. His first 13 seasons. He was the assist leader for the first 13 seasons of his career, 16 in total. If you only count the points that he scored, after his 30th birthday, he would still be 4th all-time in points. How come you don't see me as much on the panel? It's during the day. It's during the day, and I've got other responsibilities. So here's the top 10. We did the WWE. We'll recap that in a minute. We did football. We'll recap that as well. And NHL. So number 10, Marc Messier. I disagree. Number 9, Ray Bourque. Number 8, Bobby Hall. Number 7, Sidney Crosby. Number 6, Jean Beliveau. Number 5, Maurice Rocket Richard. Richard, you have to say it on the side of your mouth. Number 4, Gordie Howe. Number 3, Mario Lemieux. Number 2, Bobby Orr. And then there's a huge gap, and it's number 1, Wayne Gretzky. All right. Now, MLB. I think I know who's going to want to jump on for this one, but feel free if you want to jump on for MLB. We're going to do your MLB top 10 according to AI. I knew you'd be there. You're not allowed to talk too much. I will kick you out, but I'll bring you on. All right, here we go. What's up, Sebastian, man?
What's up,
Sebastian and I keep teasing PC about PC baseball. So starting at number 10, let me just say this first to my man Chill, if he's in the chat or when he's watching this later. Derek Jeter, according to AI and me, not on this list. Not on this list because he's not a top 10 player. He's not even a top 5 Yankee of all time. He can't be a top 10 MLB player of all time. Number 10, Roberto Clemente. Make sense to you? You're shaking your head.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Number 9, Stan Musial. Is that a good one? Number 8, I heard this guy was like a complete jerk that nobody liked. Ty Cobb. Heard that too, right? Yeah, Ty Cobb. Number 7. I think they did number 7. Wasn't this his number? I feel like it was his number 7. Mickey Mantle.
I think so, yeah.
Because didn't George Costanza on Seinfeld want to name his kid 7 because he was a Yankee? Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
That's a good kid, by the way. 7. Number 6. Today. It's the greatest day. I'm alive. Isn't that Lou Gehrig? Isn't that his speech when he was retiring?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. That's Lou Gehrig. Go look that up. It's funny. Number 5. This is number 1 for me, by the way. Number 5, who also isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Bonds.
Barry Bonds. He used steroids. You go use steroids and hit a ball like he could hit a ball. Get out of here. Right? Like, come on. And for those, everyone thinks of him as a San Francisco Giant, but I remember him as it was a Pittsburgh Pirate, Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah.
Bobby Bonilla, I think his contract just finished last year with the Mets.
Just finished? How many years was it? Like 20 something? How many?
Yeah, you have to look that up. That was crazy.
It was like 97 or like I forgot, like 25 years or something.
Yeah, crazy. This is, of course, these are according to AI. Number four, Ted Williams. Ted Williams, I believe, still the last guy to average 400 in a season, right?
He was, yeah. Ted Williams, Boston Red Sox.
John Olerud flirted with it in 1992, but Ted Williams to this day,
only player to hit 400 in a season.
For all the cheating and the new age people, this, that, and that. Baseball really shows you that athletes.
It could be anyone.
Yeah. Number three, Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron. Number 2, every time I say this guy's name, it's funny. You remember that? You ever watch that movie, Major League?
Oh, I love that movie.
The original, I think, with Wesley Snipes.
The original Major League?
The original
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, yeah.
Sheen, yeah.
But so Wesley Snipes plays, like, I think he's he steals a bunch of bases, and his name is Willie Mays Hayes.
Oh, that's right.
Because I run like Mays and I hit like Hayes. And then his coach,
You hit like
might
shit.
run like Mays, but you hit like shit. That's like my favorite line. In that.
I love that movie.
So we got Willie Mays at number 2. And number 1, this one's a little controversial. I'm not going to lie. Babe Ruth. Because Babe Ruth, when you actually dive into what because everyone's like, oh, he hit all these home runs and he was a pitcher and da. But like when you dive into what he did, is it and he did it when there wasn't specialty pitchers, it was one guy pitching for 9 innings, and by 7, 8, 9. I
think I heard the average fastball in the 40s was like 84 miles per hour.
Right. And so this Ohtani guy is probably more talented, more skilled than Ruth, but okay, whatever. So let me recap and I'll do the 10 and then tell me if you any like major ones you disagree with.
All right.
So number 10, Roberto Clemente.
That's good.
Number 9, Stan Musial. Number 8, Ty Cobb. No, wait till the end. Number 8, Ty Cobb. Number 7, Mickey Mantle. Number 6, Lou Gehrig. Number 5, Barry Bonds. Number 4, Ted Williams. Number 3, Barry Bonds' godfather, Hank Aaron. Number 2, Willie Mays. And number 1, Babe Ruth.
All right. So I think it's missing 3 people.
Okay.
All right. We got Griffey. We're missing Griffey. Honestly, Ichiro Suzuki, he could be top 10.
Ichiro Suzuki, yeah.
And then
he 3,000 hits, right?
Yeah, he did.
2,999 singles, but yeah, 3,000 hits.
Yeah. And you don't think a pitcher could be a top 10 player?
That's the thing that I was waiting for you to say, or I was going to say it, because there's one right in the chat right away. No Koufax, yeah, Sandy Koufax. I always like saying Satchel Paige because I just like saying his name. But no Roger Clemens, no Nolan Ryan. Like, how is there not one pitcher in the top 10? I got it wrong.
Who do you think is the greatest pitcher of all time, Fluent?
The greatest pitcher? I don't know enough about the historical pitching, but I'll say here's the pitcher that I never would want to have faced, and that's Randy Johnson.
All right, I'm right there with him and Nolan Ryan.
Yeah, Nolan Ryan. No, I love Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan at 62 years old. Remember, he was giving that guy, he charged the mound and he had him in a headlock. He started giving him noogies.
Yeah.
But no, Nolan Ryan is one of those guys. It's like, again, I'll use the basketball. When people try to say well, look at LeBron and how he's playing in his 21st year. Look at Tom Brady winning a Super Bowl in his 21st year or whatever. Look at Nolan Ryan. He used to pitch 9 innings all the time. Guys, you can't just duplicate what they're not. You can't duplicate what they did. Like they're
outliers. They're unique,
right? We're going to talk about Wemby, I'm sure, a lot this season. You're not, Chill's always like, oh, that's the new look of the NBA. Where are you going to find a 7'4" dude that can do what he does? He's the exception.
Yeah.
Hey, did you? Huncho has a good question. Nolan Ryan never won.
No, he never did because his teams were always so bad. You had to have it was like the regular season MVP for the NBA. You had to have a certain regular season record, and if your team wasn't like that, you didn't win the season.
Oh, so you have to win 20 wins and whatever. What about Cy Young? They call the damn award after him. He doesn't get top 10?
Nope.
Just saying.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 2 lists left. I'll put you in the back. Feel free to jump back on. Anybody else? If you want to jump in, I'm going to recap all the lists. At the end. But we're going to jump into the NFL. Much like football / soccer, I am very, very surprised with this NFL top 10 list. I am not going to lie. Yeah, Pete Rose should be in the top 10. Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. That's crazy. So we did, just so you know, I went in, I used my AI, and I had it pull up some top 10 lists. And I'm going to recap them all for you after I finish all of them. There's 6. WWE, football / soccer, NHL, MLB, NFL, and NBA. So here we are with the NFL one. And I got to tell you, I'm already upset at number 10. But that's because I'm biased. I'll be honest. Number 10 in the NFL, Walter Payton. Walter Payton, the greatest running back of all time. Sweetness. The greatest runner, receiver, blocker out of the backfield, and just the nicest human being you could ever imagine. Playing behind a team that only in all of his years in Chicago had one Pro Bowl offensive lineman. One! Could you imagine? One! Emmitt Smith had 4 in 1 year. He had one time in his whole career. Was the leading rusher of all time when he retired. As you know, Super Bowl, like just phenomenal. Walter Payton coming in at number 10. I disagree, but okay. Number 9, they put all my Bears. I think they grouped them all together. Rest in peace to one of the greatest linebackers of all time, Dick Butkus, who just recently passed away. Dick Butkus coming in at number 9. Dude, he was so the Bears. Oh man, this one season they had 2 first-round picks, and they got. This is how you know they got it right. They got Gale Sayers, if it wasn't for injury, probably the greatest running back returner of all time, and Dick Butkus, one of the greatest linebackers of all time, in the same draft. Oh, and just so you know, I figured something out. You saw those balloons? Check this out. This peace sign brings up the balloons. This thumbs up brings up a thumbs up. This thumbs down brings up a thumbs down. And if you do the heart, you get some hearts. I just learned that. So PC, y'all didn't know, but now you know. And if you don't know, now you know. I'm going back to Cali. I'm actually already here. All right. What's right? Okay. Where were we? We're at number 8. I've lost my mind, I know. As you can tell from the bags under my eyes, I'm exhausted. Number 8, Johnny Unitas. Johnny Unitas, some say the greatest, top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Let me just tell you something before you poop on Johnny Unitas. Go look at his stats. This guy was throwing for 4,000 yards back when they just invented the forward pass. Johnny Unitas is a very, very underrated quarterback coming in at number 8. Number 7. What does he say? Oklahoma, Alabama. No, what does he say? Alabama, Nebraska, Oklahoma. I don't know what the hell he says. Peyton Manning coming in at number 7. Peyton Manning, as you know, Indianapolis Colts beat my Bears in that monsoon of a Super Bowl. And then won a couple more on the backs of the Denver Broncos defense. Peyton Manning coming in at number 7. Number six, the little guy from Notre Dame that they didn't think could do it and became one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. I'm really surprised he's this low, to be honest with you. But number 6, Joe Montana, obviously San Francisco 49. Omaha, that's right. Omaha. Yeah, I forgot. It's been a while. Joe Montana coming in at number 6. I'm going to look at who the quarterbacks are, and I'm going to read them off because give us an idea of who they have as their kind of top 3, top 4 quarterbacks of all time. So Joe Montana, I was saying San Francisco 49ers finished his career with the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 5, the Ministry of Defense, the Philadelphia Eagles / Green Bay Packer, I believe. Reggie White coming in at number 5, all-time NFL top 10, according to AI. Reggie White coming in at number 5. That's someone you did not want to face if you were an offensive lineman. Told you I was tired. Number 4. See, I've said this to you before. This I agree with 100% because everyone calls him the GOAT, but they forget that it's the GOAT of quarterbacks. He is not the GOAT of football. He's not. Tom Brady coming in at number 4 on the all-time list of NFL players according to AI. Number 3, the only person that I will call LT, the scariest defensive player you'll ever see in your life. Lawrence Taylor coming in at number 3. I think he's actually number 2, the greatest defensive player of all time. Lawrence Taylor. Number 2. So according to this, he's number 2, which makes him the greatest running back of all time, which means Walter Payton's number 2. So, okay, I'm not that mad at this. But number 2, Jim Brown, who looked like a man running against a bunch of boys. If you go watch the tape, he was just bigger, stronger, faster. He like, if you believe in time travel, Jim Brown came back from the future to dominate for the Cleveland Browns. And then number 1, my GOAT, your GOAT, the GOAT of the NFL. Yes. We all know him as a San Francisco 49er. We don't remember him as an Oakland Raider. And we try to forget him as a Seattle Seahawk. Let's be honest. Jerry Rice coming in at number 1. So here's the list again. Number for the NFL according to AI. Number 10, Walter Payton. And again, I did put this in. We will have time if you guys want to jump in and share some of your top 10s or talk about whatever. We're going to have about 5-10 minutes at the end. Number 10, Walter Payton. Number 9, Dick Butkus. Number 8, Johnny Unitas. Number 7, Peyton Manning. Number 6, Joe Montana. Number 5, Reggie White. Number 4, Tom Brady. Number 3, Lawrence Taylor. Number 2, Jim Brown. And number 1, Jerry Rice. So they have basically Jerry Rice as the greatest wide receiver of all time because they don't have any other wide receivers. Running backs, they have Jim Brown 1, Walter Payton 2. Defensive players, they're saying Lawrence Taylor is the greatest of all time. Reggie White is number 3. And this is where sorry, Lawrence Taylor, Reggie White number 2, yeah. And Dick Butkus as the 3rd greatest defensive player of all time. I actually am mad at that. This one's going to drive some people crazy. So according to this, if they're the top 10 greatest, then by position, they got to be in this order too, right? So number 1, the greatest quarterback of all time is Tom Brady. Number 2 is Joe Montana. Adjust your list, ladies and gentlemen. Number 3 is Johnny Unitas. Johnny Unitas, the 3rd greatest quarterback of all time. Crazy. All right. So before I do the NBA list, which I'm sure is going to get some, I don't know. It's a pretty standard list. I'm not going to lie. I don't think there's anything crazy like these other ones. And yes, Dick Butkus over Ray Lewis, 100%. 100%. I'll go through and I'm going to recap the other 5 lists, and then we'll do the NBA list. Okay, so here we go. So we did a top 10 list for WWE. In the chat, I think here, let's pause for station identification. Thank you, Johnny, becoming a YouTube member. Big Smoke in the hizzy. Desmond King, new member. Antonio Merritt, new member. Let's see, Landon, Coleman, new member. And Kyle Martinez, new member. All right. Joe Montana, not over Peyton. Absolutely correct. It's Peyton with an A, by the way, Honcho. It's Payton. Honcho, listen, man, I'm in Southern California. We need some food. We need some food ideas, Honcho. We need some food ideas. Dinner's coming up right after the show. So let's go all the top 10 lists, and then we're going to finish off with the NBA top 10 and then your comments, questions, as the Lakers are getting spanked by 14, down 113-99 to the defending champs. Jokic, 27, 13, and 11, a triple-double. Came out and started the game looking like he was absolutely wanting to prove he's the best player in basketball. LeBron with an and one just now, cutting the lead to 12. 3 minutes, 2:59 remaining in the Lakers Denver Nugget. Salute. Real takes over fake debates. I'll put this back in there just in case anybody wants to jump in. So here we go. WWE, the top 10 according to AI. All of these are according to AI. James, 21, 8, and 5. He's only averaging 21 points. LeBron fans are going to go crazy. Okay, WWE. Number 10, Randy Macho Man Savage. Number 9, Rick, the Nature Boy Flair. Number 8, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. The excellence of execution, Bret the Hitman Hart. Number 7, Triple H. Number 6, Shawn Michaels. Number 5, John Cena. Number 4, The Undertaker. Number 3, Hulk Hogan. Number 2, The Rock. And number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yo, what up?
What's going on, brother? I see you out here cooking. I'm sitting here messing with Damo and Ticket in the group chat because the Lakers playing trash.
I know. That's Denver.
I mean, it's championship basketball versus popularity basketball. It's a difference. That's all I'm saying. It's a difference. Because which one is popular, everybody loves them, and you don't want to talk the reality of the fact that D'Lo shouldn't be a starting guard on your team if you competing for a championship.
We will not take the Lakers slander. We will not take the Lakers slander. This is Fluent's Top 10. We're a Lakers show. We love the Lakers. I'm gonna let you come back on so you can listen to this list, though. I'm gonna let you come back on. I like that. I'll let you come back on.
Look, I'm just telling the truth.
How did you feel about AI's top 10 wrestlers, though? Because I know you followed.
I'm cool with Rock and Stone Cold being 1 and 2 because that's interchangeable. I don't like Hulk Hogan being in the top 10. I don't think Hulk Hogan is a top 10 wrestler of all time. I think
popularity. Speaking of
popularity,
he's
but
there.
If you look at the history of wrestling and understand a lot of things that he did behind the scenes, you know why he was high as he was, because he manipulated a lot of things to put him over the top.
Yeah.
And then he's the only wrestler I've seen that led a company to being a top tier company and destroyed it at the same time.
Ric Flair said something that really resonated with me one day. And he said, I was out there working matches, working 355 days a year, going from town to town to town to build up us. And he was doing something different. Like he was wrestling, killing his body. Hogan was out there making WWE or WWF at the time millions and millions of dollars and making them popular. He was a TV star. I was a wrestling star. And I was like, that's a really good way of putting it, right?
Yeah, because Hulk Hogan we love Hulk Hogan, the character.
I don't. I always hated him.
Oh no, I didn't.
I always hated him. Oh, okay.
I felt like he was overrated, but when you actually watch him wrestle, it's terrible. His finisher is the leg drop. Be serious.
It was always the same thing. Walk, blow, it's crazy. But okay, hold on. I got to go through these lists, but stay on because I'm going to do the top 10 NBA. If you got 13 minutes and we're done anyways.
Oh yeah, no. I'm at work till 5 in the morning. I'm good.
All right, cool. So top 10 football. So that was WWE. These are soccer/football players. Number 10, George Best. Number 9, Alfredo Di Stefano. Number 8, Michael Platini. Number 7, Zidane. I'm saying everyone's name wrong. Number 6, Franz Beckenbauer. Number 5, Johan Cruyff. Number 4, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 3, Lionel Messi. Number 2, Diego Maradona, the hand of God. And number 1, Pelé. Pelé. I don't know if you saw earlier, I went through these crazy stats for Wayne Gretzky.
Mm-hmm.
Were you on when I was doing that?
No, I came late.
Wayne Gretzky won a scoring title, and 6 times the next closest person was 70 points behind him. Ooh. Now keep in mind the average scoring champ is 100 points. So I said that's like Jordan winning 6 scoring titles, scoring 40, and the next closest is 23 a game. Yeah, that's tough. Crazy, right?
I got a question before you go to the next. Do you believe that Wayne Gretzky is the only GOAT of his sport where it's not like a comparison, a competition? Like a lot of people just see Wayne Gretzky GOAT.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky. Yeah, there's no debate. There's a couple. I think there's a debate in most other ones. I'm trying to think of where they're like certain positions. Like I think Tom Brady is the GOAT of quarterbacks, and I've never heard anyone debate that. But for a sport, I think Wayne Gretzky's the only one that is just he's so far ahead of everybody that it's crazy. 8 straight MVPs. 8 straight MVP. No one has ever done more than 4. He had 8.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So NHL number 10, and I disagree right off the bat with Moose. That's Mark Messier for those that don't know who Moose is. Number 9, Ray Bourque. Number 8, Bobby Hall. Number 7, Sidney Crosby. Number 6, Jean Beliveau. Number 5, Maurice Rocket Richard. I can't say all those other guys' names, but when it's the French guys, because I'm in Canada, I've got the number 4, Gordie Howe. Number 3, Mario Lemieux. Number 2, Bobby Orr. And number 1, Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball. I'm trying to talk quicker now because I'm down to 10 minutes. Oh yeah, Usain Bolt might go down as the greatest sprinter of all time, undebatable too. That's a good one, Bruce. MLB, so baseball, number 10, Roberto Clemente, number 9, Stan Musial, number 8, Ty Cobb, number 7, Mickey Mantle, number 6, Lou Gehrig, number 5, who should be number 1, Barry Bonds, number 4, Ted Williams, number 3, Hank Aaron, number 2, Willie Mays, number 1, Babe Ruth.
The Babe Ruth, I love Babe, but I don't know, man. I'm sorry, I can't keep it Babe Ruth as a GOAT. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think he's there. I think Barry Bonds is the GOAT for me. I also think Pete Rose should be on this list.
Pete Rose, yes.
NHL, so we just did Walter Payton at 10, Dick Butkus at 9, rest in peace. Johnny Unitas at 8, Peyton Manning at 7, Montana at 6, Reggie Wayne at 5, Tom Brady at 4, Lawrence Taylor at 3, Jim Brown at 2, and Jerry Rice as number 1.
Deion Sanders didn't make the list?
No. That's Deion Sanders did not make the list. Crazy, right?
Wow.
So AI. Here's AI's top 10 NBA players to end the show. We're here with my guy as we talk sports. Hey, what are you doing on Saturday? I might recruit you for our king of the court.
What time Saturday?
9 a.m. Pacific, so like noon until 2.
I might be good because I've been in the hotel because our apartment getting renovated, but I might be good.
I'm gonna let you know because someone had to drop out last minute, but that's a conversation for off air. Okay, so here we go. NBA number 10. It's actually really funny. All the numbers got screwy. It says number 19, but no, it's number 10. Number 10. Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Seems low for Tim Duncan, right? Timmy. All right, Tim Duncan at number 10. But like, hey, listen. Every year that he played, the Spurs won 50 games.
That's
right? 5-1 in the finals. I know everyone. You know what's so funny? He had all these great teammates. Were they? Like, if they were on other teams, would Tony Parker or Manu Ginobili be considered great?
My only argument is this. I feel like we give international players love now because of what they done, and they are getting more love and because of Giannis and Jokic. But during the early 2000s, we didn't get international players no love. We thought they were scrubs compared to
we thought they were all soft, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Tim Duncan at number 10.
That's crazy.
That's a weird for me. Like most all defensive teams, like so many things that
Tim Duncan at 10 is crazy.
He actually has like I don't think anyone will say this, but he actually has a better argument at being 1. He has a better argument of being the GOAT than being number 10. I think 10 is way too
Agreed.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Number 9, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Ain't no way. Okay.
Hakeem Olajuwon at number 9.
Okay.
Number 8, this is AI. Hakeem Olajuwon, everybody knows, comes into the league, paired up with Ralph Sampson as the Twin Towers. They make it to NBA final. I want to say in his second year, maybe he was in the NBA finals. Doesn't make it back again until the mid-90s where he wins back-to-back. But, I mean, one of the most versatile offensive and defensive players. Like, I think he recorded 200 blocks and 100 steals multiple times for a center. For a 7-foot center is crazy.
That is crazy.
And FYI, because I know you watch Gilbert Arenas, he is worth $50,000 to be trained on his footwork. I don't care what. Kobe went to him. LeBron went to him. They didn't go to him because all he knows how to do is.
When you and your Gilbert beef going to stop, Fluent? When you and your Gilbert beef going to stop?
No, me and Gilbert are going to be forever until he apologizes. That's when. Number 8. Friend of the shows. Shaquille, the Diesel, the Big Cactus, the Big Shamrock, the Superman, Shaq Daddy, Shaquille O'Neal coming in at number 8. Number 7, not in my top 10, by the way. Number 7, not in my top 10. He of 11 rings in 13 years, 8 in a row. Defensive Player of the Year, struggled to make a layup early on in his career. Bill Russell. Bill Russell coming in at number 7.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I should be 22 when I think of Bill Russell because he makes me feel like I'm young because I want to poop on how he played so much. And I try to respect the old guys, so I won't. Number 6. The man, the myth, the liar, the man who did not ever score 100 points, Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain coming in at number 6, which I think I don't know how you have Wilt over Bill, because statistically, like on offense, Wilt was better. But when you look at rebounding, defense, winning, leadership, all that other stuff, Bill clears Wilt. It was really just the offensive scoring. And when they matched up head to head,
I'm taking Bill and Duncan.
Bill, right? Yeah, I'm taking Bill. Oh, we got 5 minutes left. Damn. Okay, so number five, Larry Legend, Larry Bird, back to the last person to win back-to-back MVPs. His other than, I feel like when you look at his numbers, they're very comparable to LeBron's. Just saying.
Top 5 though.
At 5, you think that's high? I have him 6.
I got him 7, I believe 7 or 8. I got 7 or 8.
My guy for my team, my favorite player of all time, will always be number 1 in my heart, but also number 4 on my list. Magic Johnson coming in at number 4. Career cut short. I just want to point out, if he doesn't test positive for HIV, like people always want to say he was old and done in 91 in those finals. No, he wasn't. He was second in MVP voting that year. He had won 2 MVPs prior. Like he went MVP, second to Jordan. I think the Lakers retool. I think he's better in the 90s because he started to develop a jump shot, which he didn't have when he came into the league, but he understood that was the game. And if you go look at his last couple of seasons, he could shoot the 3. So now you have a 6'9". They probably move him to like small forward who can pass like that and shoot. I think that extends his career, but unfortunately,
we got so short. We got short of Magic.
We got robbed of Magic. Now maybe that's my fandom coming out, but still, I think we got robbed. And then if he does that and wins another NBA title, I don't know. We're having a different conversation about Magic.
So,
especially
you want number 3, right? Because somebody finna get left off this list, and I'm finna have a problem with it.
Someone's gonna get off this list because there's only 3 left. And number 3 is the greatest basketball player of all time, not in the NBA, but the greatest basketball player of all time, right? 3 high school championships in a row. He's the leader. 3 NCAA championships in a row. They only lost 2 games. They went 19-1, 19-1, 20-0. Had to change the rules to stop him from dunking. And then comes into the NBA, and we know what he did in the NBA: 10 NBA finals, 6 championships, 6 MVPs, 2 finals MVPs. Should be 3 finals MVPs. Let's be honest.
Should be 3.
When he retired, number 1 scorer of all time, I believe number 3 in rebounds, just ridiculous statistically as well. The captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number two. I ain't mad at this one. The king.
Okay.
2 kings and a mob. What's a mob to a king? That's LeBron James. What's a king to a god? That's Michael Jordan. But number 2, LeBron James coming in at number 2. I think if you have these 2 guys, 1, 2, 3,
it don't matter.
It doesn't matter the order. There's a case for all 3 of them, as all jokes aside. But LeBron James coming in at number 2, and number 1, according to me, AI, and it better be you because you live in Chicago. Michael Jordan.
I'm cool with Jordan 1, but
you don't have Jordan 1?
Yeah. I'm not proud with that. My problem is, where's Kobe?
Kobe is not on this list.
I can't respect the list. AI or not, I can't respect it.
It's AI, but I think maybe Chill made it. I think they have him at 11.
You got Tim Duncan at 10, and then Kobe not on the list. I'm not moved back.
I got, you know what? Hold on. I have the program here.
I can't do it. Kobe just not on the list. That is crazy to me. It's like I'm cool with Kobe not being year 5, but you can't nobody make a case for me that's saying Kobe is not top 10.
Hold on. We got 1 minute left. I'm going to try and get this in on time.
Yeah, go ahead. Because I already got Chill, because I figured out Chill only got Kobe outside the top 10 to protect his top 10 list. So can't nobody make a case.
So they have, okay, so that was the 10. They then have Kobe at 11, or AI has Kobe at 11, Oscar Robertson at 12, Karl Malone at 13, Jerry West at 14, Moses Malone at 15, Barkley at 16, Elgin Baylor 17, David Robinson 18, Scottie Pippen 19, and John Stockton 20.
I mean, I'm not mad at Scottie getting. I think Scottie need more love, but Kobe not being top 10 is crazy.
and that's how we end the show. Kobe not being top 10 is crazy. It's fluent top 10s. I gave you top 10 lists of the NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL, football, and the WWE. I'm out. SB Talk Sports. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for joining.
Yes, sir.
Until next week. Now you're more fluent.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.